This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was an emotional night at Sarasota City Hall where residents and commissioners sounded off about Newtown residents setting up unlicensed businesses on the sidewalk. City staff says play by the rules, but the vendors say let us make money. ABC7's Ray Collins is just back from City Hall, and Ray, this sounds like it got pretty heated.
It did, Haley. Certainly two distinct sides in this one. In the end, the commission may find a compromise, though.
But every time we try something, we'll cut off at the knee.
Valerie Bouchard of Newtown says the city of Sarasota was wrong to close a makeshift car wash on this lot, and also wrong to make a woman stop selling hot dogs out of this lot.
And the people that don't want us to succeed, they keep putting these barriers. What's up with that? I mean, we always talk about being creative. When we be creative, guess what? Y'all tell us to go back in our houses and close our doors. Come out when dark comes and sell the people that come off the beach drugs.
We're trying, but you all are standing in our way. As soon as we try to do something, then y'all come in and enforce codes, rules, regulations.
Tim Litchett's in charge of rules and regulations in Sarasota.
If somebody gets sick from eating bad food somewhere, the news story is going to be, why didn't Tim Litchett shut down that illegal vendor when he knew they were out there, when he knew they weren't doing the right thing?
And as for that car wash on this lot the city shut down?
Well, I personally called the lot owner. I found him in California, and they told me they had never given authority for this person to be on their lot. In fact, they'd had other problems on the lot, and they didn't want somebody on that lot.
In the end, commissioners talked about finding ways to make it easier for vendors to make a buck legally.
Maybe we can develop a short-term licensing, how to get licensed class, so that you can, walk through this process and maybe even with fee waivers.
Fee waivers aside, the mayor said keep in mind anyone could come in and be a licensed vendor in Newtown.
Let us be wise enough as a community, my fellow community members, to understand that you don't open the door to let everybody in undo what you think you're doing.
So no decision tonight, but indeed more study on this issue, Haley.
Ray, and it may be hard to please both sides on this one.
As the mayor suggested, if the city makes it easier to get a licensed vendor in Newtown, that can't be available just to Newtown residents.
That's to apply to the rest of the city as well.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Ray. A Sarasota City Commissioner is getting some backlash on social media for a recent email. On December 30th, Susan Chapman sent an email to the city manager and other city officials regarding so-called ambulance scofflaws. In the email, Chapman says 2 ambulances were again using Orange Avenue as a throughway from the hospital, and that Orange is a residential street and vehicles need to be ticketed. A copy of the email was posted on at least 2 Facebook pages, the Venice Scoop and the Sarasota County Fire Department scanner feed. Some people are leaving negative comments there. We spoke to Chapman today, and she tells us she did write the email, but she feels it was on social media sites, in part because of the upcoming election for the 2 at-large seats on the Sarasota City Commission. Hers would be up. Manatee County has a new sheriff for the first time in a decade. Sheriff Rick Wells was sworn in today at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. The most urgent need that he mentioned is hiring more staff to accommodate the growing population in Manatee County. Sheriff Wells has more than 30 years of experience in law enforcement. He served as the police chief in Palmetto for 5 years and most recently as second in command at the sheriff's office. His father, Charlie Wells, served as Manatee County Sheriff before Brad Stubbe. On his list of priorities, tackling the heroin epidemic and community policing.
Community policing has to be a practice program every day. You have to be in those communities, and you have to be building relationships, and you can't just talk about it. You have to do it.
Stubbe tells us this was part of his succession plan since he became sheriff 10 years ago. The Sarasota Police Department is stressing the importance of drivers locking their cars. Sarasota PD says 20 car burglaries were reported on Friday alone. 16 of those happened to cars that were left unlocked. All of the burglaries took place within the city of Sarasota. The Florida Department of Health is warning Sarasota County residents of a rabies alert in Venice and Northport. The department received positive laboratory testing for rabies in a bobcat. Health officials say 2 bobcat attacks took place within 4 miles of each other in East Venice. All domestic animals are at risk if not vaccinated. Sarasota County residents are encouraged not to put any pet food outside and to always supervise your pets. The rabies alert is in effect for 60 days in Venice and Northport. The Northport Police Department is looking for volunteers. Northport PD is seeking 20 residents who want to take part in the 2017 Citizens Public Safety Academy. Participants can learn how the Northport Police and Fire Departments work. They can also learn defense tactics, CPR certification, and how to react in different serious situations. It is a free program and it's aimed at getting to know the community, along with allowing the community to learn more about law enforcement. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to Bob. It is so humid, Bob.
Yeah, humid and foggy. Some showers around right now. Visibility is down to less than a quarter of a mile near the Venice area. Right now we have fog at the airport, 72 degrees, very warm, very muggy too, with the dew point at 71. The pressure 2997, that is falling slightly. I mentioned that low visibility at the airport, Sarasota Brady Airport. It's 4-mile visibility, but in Venice it's down to a quarter of a mile. In fact, this area in red that you see right there, that's 0 visibility right now, and that's along US 41. Or just above 0 visibility. By the way, if you're driving through the fog, do not use your brights. Slow down, obviously. And on top of that, turn your radio off or any kind of other audio, and maybe roll your windows down a little bit too, because it's difficult to see, but you can sometimes hear what's going on ahead of you if there are accidents occurring. Now, there's a dense fog advisory in effect for coastal areas from Inglewood northward all the way into St. Petersburg. Now, as far as the rainfall goes, there are some showers around. They're very brief. They're moving through quickly to the east now. Had just a brief shower right there near Siesta Key, pushing off to the east at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Another lone shower just to the west of Lakewood Ranch. Well, more of the forecast, let you know about a cool down coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A father and son duo face felony charges tonight after Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say they discovered a grow operation in their home. Deputies were called to the house on Tangerine Drive last Friday when a fence caught on fire. When deputies went into the home, they say they found 19 marijuana plants. Later, after they obtained a search warrant, deputies also discovered heroin and fentanyl. Brandon Pollitt and his father, Robert Pollitt, were arrested and charged with cultivation of cannabis. Across the country in Utah, nearly every parent has a story like this. Young children climbing on furniture. But this story ends a little differently than most. A pair of 2-year-old twins, one trapped under a toppled dresser, the other his rescuer. ABC's Maggie Rulli has more.
The video is horrifying to watch. Brock and Bodie Schaff acting like typical 2-year-old twins. We see them scrambling up the dresser to explore, and then suddenly it flips over, crashing onto little Brock and trapping him underneath. 2 agonizing minutes go by. His twin Bodie appears to be figuring out a way to help, but the dresser is too heavy for the 2-year-old to lift. He then tries pushing it up, somehow lifting it just enough, and miraculously, Brock wriggles himself free.
He pushed with all of his might, and it was like butter. It was smooth. It just pushed right off of him.
Dressers are notoriously dangerous for curious toddlers. Just last month, IKEA reached a $50 million wrongful death settlement with 3 families whose toddlers were killed by dressers that toppled over. Brock and Bodie's mom says she has no idea that anything had even happened, and it wasn't until she watched that harrowing video that she says her heart sank.
I honestly felt like the worst parent ever, as I think every parent would.
She immediately anchored the dresser to the wall with restraints.
And it was such an easy thing for me that I could have done to prevent what happened to my children.
The government also reminds parents to anchor furniture, things like dressers, and also bookshelves and TVs. Another tip is to remove any items from the top shelves that might tempt your kids, such as toys or remote controls. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The world's oldest known killer whale is now presumed dead. The orca's name, J2, was affectionately nicknamed Granny. She was thought to be about 100 years old. The Center for Whale Research in Harbor, Washington says Granny was last seen in October, but considered missing by the end of the year. The average lifespan of the wild orca is between 60 and 80 years old, so she made it to 100. Way to go. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, the fate of a dog that attacked a family in Tampa. And what you need to know about medical marijuana going into effect in the state of Florida.
Across America with mega jackpots, it's Mega Millions. Hello, America. I'm John Crode. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $105 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 49. That's followed by 16. Up next, we have 14. Your next number is 23, and your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 53. Now for the mega ball, tonight's mega ball number is 12. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 49, 16, 14, 23, 53, and the gold mega ball is 12. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot can be $117 million. Good luck and play on, America.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
The official salon of ABC7.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle, on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts. 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Bob, I feel like I'm going back to the summer because my hair is like feeling the effects of this humidity and the
The hygrometer, yes. It's Haley's hair. You can tell. I tell you, we are looking
by
at
how bad my hair looks.
We were looking at basically dew points in the low 70s. That is summer-like. So yeah, at this hour. And we even have some showers moving through. Nothing like the summer, but this is associated with a cold front. It will be noticeably drier tomorrow, so you'll see that with the humidity coming down a little bit. But this was Venice Beach right around sunset tonight. Catherine getting this nice shot, a beautiful shot as the fog really has exploded there near Venice. So with visibilities down below a quarter of a mile, which is dangerous, obviously, driving conditions along I-75 down into South Sarasota County and along US 41. So more fog overnight. A warm start to Wednesday. The cold front or the cooler air won't reach here until later on in the days. Temperatures will actually fall throughout the afternoon as the cold front comes through. And it looks like much colder air due to arrive on Sunday as a stronger cold front eventually generates from a low pressure area developing in the Gulf, which promises to bring a lot more rainfall to our area than this front, which is bringing some showers, not many, some showers to parts of Manatee and Sarasota counties, especially to the north of us. Have had some brief showers along I-75 near Ocala southward. down to near Tampa. Review of the radar picture showing the activity widely scattered. Again, some activity right there near Venice and also near Siesta Key. Showers now near US 41 and Bee Ridge pushing off to the east. Lakewood Ranch has had a brief shower or two. Nothing strong at this point with this cold front. We don't anticipate anything too rough at all. A little bit more activity, but still widely scattered to the north of us near the Tampa Bay area and offshore of Clearwater Beach. You'll get some rain, moderate to somewhat heavy at times overnight, but no severe weather anticipated. Just a few brief showers. Now, this is starting to expand as far as the fog goes, and the visibility is really starting to drop. And as I mentioned, near Venice specifically, where visibilities are extremely low, and that means it will stay that way too, I think, through the daybreak hours. 72 right now, the dew point 71 degrees, the humidity 97%, winds are out of the south at 9, the pressure 2997. And that is falling slightly as the cold front moves through. It's bumping that high pressure away, and the pressure is starting to fall. 78, though, the high today. The normal high at 71, and we'll be back to that number on Thursday. Well, no rain officially at the airport right now. We're not anticipating much in terms of measurable precipitation with this front, but I think on Saturday midday, pretty good chance to see a quarter inch, maybe an inch of rainfall across the area. Temperatures currently into the low 70s, much warmer than average right now, and this is our normal high temperatures for the day for this time of year, upper 60s in Sebring and Lake Placid. Well, the overall forecast is calling for a storm system to develop in the Gulf of Mexico over the next several days. This is the area of low pressure, which is causing some snow showers up in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Winter weather advisory is in effect across the northern portions of the North Dakota and South Dakota, I should say, and all the way out to the west into the Sierra Nevada range. Winter storm warnings with heavy snow expected there. -9 in Minot, but the wind's blowing so strong it's -20 as far as the wind chill factor goes. It's 18 in Kansas City, 40 in Dallas. Temperatures, although warm now in Toronto, Cleveland, Washington, and even into Toledo. We're expecting much colder air to filter in that direction over the next 2 days as that whole system shifts off to the east and to the south for that matter. So the front moves through tomorrow. We'll look for clearing skies. And then Thursday, not a bad day, high temperatures near seasonal averages. Then the stronger cold front works through on Saturday afternoon. For boaters tomorrow, 30% chance for a few scattered showers around. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the bays and inland waters. The next low tide at 12:09 tomorrow afternoon, and sunrise will be at 7:21. So fog a problem tomorrow, 68 warm low, and then tomorrow a few showers in the morning, 77. That fog should start to get out of here and skies clear a little bit by the afternoon. And the extended forecast is calling for cooler temperatures, nothing extreme until we get to Sunday and Monday, and it's not too bad, but still cold for Florida temperatures. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Ford is canceling plans to build a massive new plant in Mexico. Instead, it is putting its money in Michigan. The move comes the same day President-elect Donald Trump threatened General Motors over its Mexican manufacturing operations. Scott McLean has this report.
Ford is staking the future of its electric car business inside this plant in Flat Rock, Michigan, investing $700 million and creating 700 new jobs, partly because of President-elect Donald Trump.
It's literally a vote of confidence around some of the pro-growth policies that he has been outlining.
Pro-growth policies, but also threats of tariffs. Trump has promised to renegotiate NAFTA and impose an import tax as high as 35%. Even today, tweeting, General Motors is sending Mexican-made model of Chevy Cruze to U.S. car dealers tax-free across border. Make in USA or pay big border tax. GM says some Chevy Cruze hatchbacks are built in Mexico, but the sedan version is built in Ohio.
If our companies want to leave, there are consequences.
Trump signaling out GM today, but on the campaign trail, Ford and other companies felt the heat for moving jobs to Mexico.
Ford is moving an entire massive division down.
Those plans for a $1.6 billion plant south of the border are now being scrapped. But Ford says it did not cut a deal with Trump to invest in Michigan instead.
This business decision was done independently, but we did speak to the president-elect and the vice president-elect this morning.
Today, Trump said it was a move in the right direction, tweeting, instead of driving jobs and wealth away, America will become the world's great magnet for innovation and job creation. In Washington, I'm Scott McLean.
Ford's CEO also said today that the company plans to build more electric and self-driving cars at its Flat Rock, Michigan plant and believes that electric vehicle sales will outpace gas-powered sales within the next 15 years. A dog that attacked a Tampa family who tried to put a sweater on the animal has now been euthanized. A representative for Hillsborough County says the pit bull named Scarface was put down because it posed a high risk to the public. The dog also suffered severe stab wounds during the attack. Police say the dog bit a woman who was trying to dress it on Friday, and the husband was attacked while trying to pull the sweater off. The couple's son was attacked while trying to stop the dog by stabbing it. And dozens of you shared your thoughts on our Facebook page. This story received more than 80 comments from our viewers. Carly Curry writes, every pit bull or pit mix I know is extremely sweet and just a big baby. It's all how you raise them. Who puts a sweater on a pit bull anyway? Wendy Smith writes, he could never have been safely placed elsewhere. The fact that he has already been euthanized means the owners did not want to fight to keep him alive. William Murphy writes, if the dog attacks a human in a dangerous way, then it is reasonable to kill it. I love dogs, but they are animals and pit bulls are very strong. Bonita Gonzo writes, those people should be charged. It is not the dog's fault. Amendment 2 officially goes into effect today in Florida. More than 71% of voters approved the amendment, allowing full-strength medical marijuana to be used in the treatment of numerous conditions. The regulatory structure has to be approved by the legislature. There is now a 6-month window for rules to be set up by the legislature and the Department of Health before any new patients can take advantage of medicinal marijuana.
At some point, if additional participants need to come into the system to meet increased demand, then to have an organized way to do that.
A new medical marijuana practice is now open in Venice. The Compassionate Cannabis Clinic of Venice opened its doors today. It specializes in prescribing medical marijuana to patients, but it will not house any cannabis products. Today, the clinic had a full schedule of patients beginning a mandatory 90-day relationship between doctor and patient before a prescription is written for medical marijuana. An injured female manatee is starting the new year by returning to the wild. Venetia was rescued from a storm pipe in Jacksonville in November. It took 7 hours to get her out of that pipe. SeaWorld Orlando cared for the manatee, giving her regular physicals and checkups to monitor her health. Today, SeaWorld's animal rescue team transported her to Blue Springs State Park, and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission was also on site. And as you can see, it was a success. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
I've seen the future, and it is this.
Gracious!
Well, listen, you got to eat somebody.
What happened here, though?
I don't know what happened.
The interview just went left. Now I'm eating my hero. What is happening?
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Lightning back to work in the new year tonight. The Bolts slowly getting healthier with forward Ryan Callahan back in the lineup tonight. It's his first game since late November. Tampa Bay hosting Winnipeg. In the first period, Winnipeg is the first to get on the board. The Jets get the power play goal, and they're the first to score. In the second, Matthew Peka has his first goal of the season and ties the game up for the Lightning. It's now tied at 1. And then later in the period, Winnipeg is on the attack. Nikita Kucherov takes the penalty. The Jets get a penalty shot, and they make it to take the lead right there. The Jets ensure that the lead is in with another goal in the second, increasing the lead 4-1. The Lightning won't take no for an answer, though. Tampa Bay scores 2 more in the third, but the Jets come right back with another 2 to ensure the lead and the win. The final score, Jets 6, Lightning 4. The Lightning will stay here in Tampa to take on the Nashville Predators on Thursday. USF has fired coach Orlando Antigua 13 games into his third season at the American Athletic Conference School. Athletic Director Mark Harlan announced the move, saying that assistant coach Murray Bartow will lead the Bulls for the remainder of the season. Antigua leaves the school with a 17-48 record at USF, which hired former Kentucky and Memphis State assistant under John Calipari in March of 2014. The Bulls went 9-23 in his first year and finished 8-25 last season. The dismissal comes with more than 2 years left on his contract. Harlan said in a statement that the change was made following a, quote, thorough and deliberate review of the program. A search for a successor will begin immediately. 24th ranked Florida Gators hosting Ole Miss tonight in Gainesville. The Gators take an 8-0 lead early in the first. Ole Miss trailing, but able to make up with a slam dunk. Florida improves its lead, but Ole Miss gains some ground. Sebastian Saez with the inside layup, and Florida enters halftime with a score of 35-21. The Gators continue their lead, and there's a good amount of passing between everyone. Florida amps up their play, and Canyon Berry hits a three-pointer on the wing. Berry ties a season high with 20 points in the game. Kevon Allen isn't far behind with 14 points. That helps the Gators get the win. Final score 70-63. Brock Osweiler will start at quarterback for the Houston Texans on Saturday in their wild card game against the Raiders. Coach Bill O'Brien says QB Tom Savage, who had started the past 2 games, is still recovering from a concussion. Osweiler started the first 14 games this season before being benched last month. But Osweiler got another chance after Savage got that concussion early in the second quarter of a loss to Tennessee on Sunday. This game now will be an opportunity for Osweiler to redeem himself after failing to live up to expectations in his first season in Houston after signing a $72 million contract in the offseason. A well-known professional football player was arrested late Monday night in Cincinnati. The Bengals' Adam Pac-Man Jones has been charged with assault, disorderly conduct, and obstruction of official business. Jones has a long history of run-ins with the law. From 2005 through 2007, Jones was involved in several incidents. He was suspended for the entire 2007 season with the Tennessee Titans after multiple arrests. The 33-year-old started all 16 games for the Bengals in 2016, and he is set to enter his 11th NFL season. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
All new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
The Oslo Repertory Theatre is preparing for a new production. Born Yesterday is scheduled to debut next month. The show is about junkyard magnate Harry Brock. He moves to Washington, D.C. with his girlfriend, where he hopes to break into some special interest business. His move leads to him hiring a young reporter to help polish his ungraceful girlfriend. The comedy also touches politics with a bit of commentary. Born Yesterday debuts on February 8th and runs through April. It is award season in Tinseltown, including the prize for the most pirated movie of the year. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
It means something.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe not, but La La Land keeps racking up awards. The romantic musical took top honors at Italy's Capri Hollywood Film Festival, winning 6 awards, including Best Movie, Best Actress for Emma Stone, and Best Ensemble Cast. Lion picked up 5 awards, including Best Supporting Actor and Actress prizes for Dev Patel and Nicole Kidman, and Hacksaw Ridge also received 5 honors, including Best Drama and Best Director for Mel Gibson. Speaking of awards, J.J. Abrams is already a winner this year. The writer, director, and producer is set to receive the Golden Eddie Filmmaker of the Year Award from American Cinema Editors, or ACE. He'll pick up his prize at the 67th Annual ACE Eddie Awards, January 27th in Beverly Hills.
Why the fancy red suit, Mr. Poole?
Oh, that's because it's Christmas Day, Dopinder, and I'm after someone on my naughty list.
Plenty of Deadpool fans were naughty last year. The R-rated superhero flick was the most illegally downloaded movie of 2016. The website Torrent Freak publishes the annual list of the most pirated pics, and appropriately, the snarky Merc with a Mouth led the way. The movie also did pretty well among paying movie fans. Worldwide ticket sales topped $783 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And that's so funny because Daniel, our former media critic, could have been doing that story had he still been here.
I wonder what he thinks, you know.
I wonder what he thinks.
I
don't know. He has a lot of time, so we could actually call him and ask him.
Yes, Daniel Feingold, very good.
Daniel Feingold, yes.
What was it? Inclined or something? He was always reclined.
Critically inclined.
Yeah.
And then
I thought he was reclined. Just kind of check out the movies.
Critically reclined.
Anyway,
some good movies.
Yeah, some good movies to go see.
Go see a couple of those, yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.